Welcome back to the Kinomentor channel. So today what I want to talk about is composition. So what is composition? Well, it's basically how you're going to build your frame once you put your camera on. Well, because you need to put your camera on before you build your frame. Don't forget that. All right, welcome back. And now we're going to talk about composition. So I made a little drawing for you guys here that actually illustrates a figure, because all of our shots are important and defined based on the human figure. You know, it's the same as in architecture. You have a building or something that you're going to build for humans, and it's very important to have a human to define the scale of your building, because you won't know the difference if something is, you know, like this small or if it's like huge. So this is why we have the same principles that apply to our filmmaking techniques and how we are communicating on the set and how we're communicating our ideas in a visual way. So as we all know, there is a universal unit of composition that we're calling the long shot, the medium shot, and the close-up. So let's say if we call the long shot, it would be a frame that encompasses the entire body of somebody. And then if we're talking about a medium shot, then it would be a shot that's, you know, like closer like this. And then we could have the third one, which is the close-up. So all these shots are important, but they're a development of the continuity system insofar as they're overlapping portions of a single space and only make sense in relation to one another. So what I mean by that is that, you know, you define a space, and for example, you've established that this is your long shot as an example. So your space is defined. You might have some mountains in the background, a river running here, you know, like, and whatever. And then when you push in and do, for example, a close-up, let me change the color here to explain this better. Let's say that this is my close-up, for example. We already know that you've established the location in your long shot, or what we call a master shot, and you've made the close-up here. So, you know, that's an important thing. And they are all used together to create a consistent spatial and temporal order. Okay, so we're talking now about purely framing heights, which means let's talk about how we define the shots and how we communicate in terms of the shot size. So we have around 9 of those naming conventions. And the first one is, let's say, when you're framing your shot so that it's, for example, a full shot like this, well, we call it a full shot or a master shot or an establishing shot. Move in closer, we have the medium full shot, which is right below the knees here. We would have what we call, you know, a medium full shot. And then right below the hips here, you have the medium shot. Right above the hips or the pelvis area, you have your medium close shot, and then just below the shoulders you have what we call a close shot. From there on, we're entering only further down into the close shots. So after the close shots, when you're just below the shoulders here, let's say around here in framing, we would call that a wide close-up. We see a bit of the shoulders. And then a full close-up is something that's, you know, just above the neck here. We would call that a full close-up. And then just below the eyes, we would have what we would call a medium close-up. And then when you come very, very close to whatever you're trying to frame, let's say very close being something like that, we would call that an extreme close-up. It's only a small detail of what you are trying to show to your audience. I hope you like this video and see you soon.